Hey, shalom, shalom. Hayawam Tawab La Tham Akikam Yawam Man Rakhagadon Charlotte, which is good day. This is your brother Yawam from the GMS camp in Charlotte. Nachamatam Kaya Amalakwathashamayim Kwara, repent ye for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Halayim La La Abanawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Rakha Hakwadash Wamashnala Zakwayim Nawa Wamalakim Shor Rakhagador, which is all praises to our Father Yahweh, which means He exists. Bahasham, in the name Yahweh Shai, delivers in double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. So this is a couple alerts like that they pretty much sent out to those in the area of Spartanburg County. And it says public safety alert. It says 911 is down for an indefinite amount of time until it is restored. Please call. They give a number for life safety needs. All right, then it says Spartanburg County has declared a state of emergency. At this time, we are aware that the entire county has unmet needs. It says we are asking everyone to not call 911 for non-critical incidents. We will send periodic updates throughout this response. Thanks to everyone. So essentially, it was at a point where they were saying non-critical incidents, but then it got to where it said in an indefinite amount of time. So, you know, a lot of things like this is going to be taking place, you know, to where 911 isn't going to be at people's disposal as it is now. You know, they're already talking about, it's talks of defunding, you know, police departments and stuff like that. And then also when this country is in, you know, divided in chaos, you know, it's going to be a lack of emergency services, you know, because essentially the scriptures say that the city shall be destroyed because of their pride. So I'm gonna get that and get a couple precepts. Adawan Ratazah Zabanaya Pa, Lord, with us is a beautiful edification through the Spirit. All right. So nevertheless, let's get Second Esdras, Second Isaiah, chapter 8. We'll get verse 50, and it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." All right, so the world essentially is being touched in this fashion, you see, because it's been walking in great pride. You know, when you go back to the days of Noah, you know, he during that time, you know, wickedness was at an all-time high for where the earth was at that particular moment. You see, just like now, you know, wickedness is at an all-time high as it's ever been. You see, so the Lord is essentially judging those that's not walking correctly, those that are in that prideful type of mindset, because the Lord has preserved the remnant, all right, being the elect, all right, and the elect is turning from those ways that we once were a part of, you see, and the Lord is going to have mercy on his elect, all right. So nevertheless, continuing on, let's get Second Esdras chapter 15, all right, and we'll start at verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." The words of the Lord are faithful and true. All right, when you look at back in the ancient kingdoms, the Lord would say, hey, you know, he was going to bring down, you know, this king or this kingdom, you know, and those different kings, you know, some of them that they didn't feel as if they could be brought down, you see, but they went down, you know. All right, continuing on. Or Salah, just like in these times, you know, it's been prophesied that America, Babylon the Great, is going to be touched, and is going to be touched, as, you know, the Lord, stated in prophecy. You know, so it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Don't worry about, you know, what these unbelievers have to say, you see. Verse 4 says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right, that's why, you know, don't worry about the incredulity, because those inside their incredulity, which goes back to unbelief, they're going to be destroyed in that unbelief and their false sense of security, you know, that they feel like that they have, you know. It says, verse 5, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right, the Lord's bringing a division. All right, and he's also bringing destruction. You know, you destroy with the sword, and it says famine, death, and destruction. All right, famine. You know, it's famine going on, it's death, and it's destruction going on. It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." It says, "Therefore, thus Therefore saith the Lord. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. The elect is continually sighing and crying unto the Lord, pursuant to Ezekiel the 9th chapter, because essentially elect is coming in the steed of Lot. Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And when you go into the conversation, it's essentially going into, the prideful walks and the manner of life that, those that's not in this truth, essentially walk under. They walk under the spirit of Shaitan. They essentially do as they want. And that essentially goes into that great pride. And it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right, so Egypt is mourning. Ancient Egypt mourn. You see, in this present day Babylon, America, Egypt, all right, is mourning as well. You see, it says, and the foundation of it shall be smitten. It's a lot of things that encompass America, Babylon, the great foundation. All right, you got the economy. They heavily rely on the economy, you see, but then also it relies on those social constructs. You see, and one social construct that's very prevalent is the ability to call these emergency services. All right, you got a lot of Eve that confide in that. All right, you also got some people that confide in the laws and legislations that Esau has written in his system. You see, to where they essentially they confide and they feel comfortable inside those laws. You see, but essentially the Lord is removing those social constructs. All right, and them social constructs is essentially some of those foundations in America. You see, because going back to this right here, this is Yeshaya Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1. It says, behold, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be removed at his presence. All right, the idols of Egypt in ancient Egypt, they were moved. All right, the Lord made a open mock and shoe of those different idols that the ancient Egyptians essentially confided in. Same thing that he's doing now. All right, he's moving, all right, these idols, and one idol again goes into Esau. You see how Esau set up his system, and it says Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. All right, the heart. All right, I'm gonna get this word for heart, and it says if my phone will load, there we go. Heart, it says labab, and it says salat. It says inner man, the will, the heart, the soul. All right. It says as seat of appetites, as seat of courage. It says understanding. It says as the most interior organ. All right. And it says inner part in the midst. All right. So what's in the midst are essentially what it's made of. It says to be enclosed as if with fat. It says in a good sense to transport. It says to be wise. So I'm going to this right here. It says the heart. It says the heart, perhaps so called from being hollow. See root labab. It says the heart as the central point of the blood and the seat of life. All right, so the seat of life in America, Babylon the Great, in Egypt, all right, can be likened to the foundations. All right, so the Lord is essentially melting the foundations. All right, no one wants to chase after the American dream no more. No one wants to chase after the bag. It's a rat race. This place is being exposed for what it is. So everything is being upheaved while this place is going down. Well, essentially, these demons feel something in the air. And all eyes are on the men of the Lord. And that's essentially, like elder brothers and apostles and elders have been going into. While these demons, they see that this place is going down. You see, so essentially their mindset is automatically against those that are against this society. Because this is essentially what they put their chips into America, Babylon the Great, and this place is being destroyed. Just like, the screenshot that we got in this video earlier, hey, 911 or 911 services is down, so everything about this place is the Lord is putting it into an uproar, and he's destroying the foundations of this society, you see, because as this kingdom is going down, hey, the Lord, his name is being declared throughout the earth, you see, because everything is being done for the glorification of the Lord, So this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 14. It says, "For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea." And that's what's going on, you see, because while this place is going down, the Lord's name is being lifted up, you see. All right, the Lord's name is being lifted up, all right, and essentially the Lord is enacting vengeance upon his enemies, you see, all the nations, because of what they have done to the Lord's name, how they blaspheme the Lord's name, all right, and how they mistreated the Lord's spiritual women, you see. So I just wanted to go into that. Adonai Tazah Zabanaya Pa, Lord with us a beautiful edification Baharocha through the Spirit. While Adonai Tazah Atam Yash Yawam Tawab, a Lord's will. You all have a good day. Wa Shalom Lakam, which is peace into you all. While Yalak Tahayak Ador, which is go be great. Shalom, shalom.